It was the usual rush hour in Kumasi when Kwame, a young office worker, boarded the last commuter bus heading to the city outskirts. The bus was full, but something felt off. There was a silence heavier than usual, a tension in the air. Kwame noticed an elderly man sitting alone at the back. His eyes were strangely empty, staring through the passengers rather than at them. Kwame tried to ignore it, focusing on his phone. The journey started normally, but after 30 minutes, the bus entered a deserted stretch of road, one Kwame had never seen before. Even the GPS on his phone seemed confused. No signal, no map. Suddenly, the bus slowed. Passengers grew uneasy. The elderly man at the back rose without a sound, moving toward the door. But when he reached the aisle, he vanished as if swallowed by air. Whispers started among the passengers. Some claimed they saw shadows in the windows. Others swore the man had been talking to someone invisible, gesturing as if giving directions. Kwame's heart raced. He looked at the driver. "Sir, where are we going?" he asked. The driver's eyes were wide, pale. I don't know the road. It changes," he stammered. The bus continued through a fog that seemed unnatural. Time felt distorted. Minutes stretched into hours. Some passengers disappeared from their seats, leaving only empty spots. Panic set in. Kwame noticed a small notebook on the floor, apparently dropped by the elderly man. Flipping it open, he saw entries like, "The road shifts for those unprepared. Some who travel this path are chosen. Some are lost. Do not resist, but do not forget." Realizing the danger, Kwame decided to observe rather than panic. He began noting the landmarks, listening to the patterns of the fog and the rhythm of the bus. Hours later, the bus suddenly emerged onto a familiar street, the outskirts of Kumasi. The passengers who had vanished reappeared, dazed, with no memory of what had occurred. The elderly man was gone. The notebook had vanished. Only Kwame retained fragments of memory, a sense of otherness, time displaced, and a warning unspoken. Days later, Kwame heard reports of other commuters experiencing similar vanishing phenomena, always along the same stretch of road, one that didn't exist on any official map. Kwame never traveled that route again, but he kept one lesson in his mind. Some paths are not meant for ordinary journeys, and some presences follow you long after the road ends. Moral: life contains hidden dimensions and unseen dangers. Awareness, patience, and caution are crucial, especially when faced with forces beyond comprehension.